The Social Security claiming mistake that costs most Americans $100,000. Most Americans leave more than $100,000 on the table with Social Security, not because the system is broken, but because they claim at exactly the wrong time. And the people who lose the most, they're the ones who think they're being smart by taking it early. I spent 15 years inside banks and insurance companies, and I watched thousands of people make this same mistake. They'd come in proud of themselves for getting their money while they still can. And I'd look at their file and know they just cost themselves 6 figures. Here's what nobody tells you. Every single month, you wait between 62 and 70 changes your benefit permanently. We're not talking small adjustments. We're talking differences that compound over 20, 25, 30 years into amounts that would fundamentally change your retirement. Today, I'm going to show you the exact math, the break-even points that matter for your situation, and the one bonus move at the end that 95% of people have never heard of. I'm Grant Ellison. I worked inside major insurance companies and banks for 15 years in retirement planning. I saw the pattern. People who claimed at 62 almost always regretted it by 72. People who waited until 70 almost never did. The institutions I worked for had a vested interest in you claiming early. It meant you'd draw down your investments faster, more fees for them. I'm not with those companies anymore. Let me tell you about Linda Martinez, a composite of about 200 people I personally advised. Linda turned 62 last year. She worked as a medical office administrator for 34 years, earning between $48,000 and $61,000. Her full retirement age is 67, and her full benefit would be $2,140 a month. She came into my office absolutely convinced she needed to file immediately. Her reasoning? I've paid into this system my whole life. I want my money before the government goes broke. I heard that sentence 600 times in my career. What Linda didn't know, by claiming at 62 instead of waiting until 67, she was taking a permanent 30% reduction, not temporary, permanent, for the rest of her life. Her benefit at 62, $1,498 a month instead of $2,140. That's a $642 monthly difference. Every single month, forever. Linda was healthy. Her mom lived to 91, her dad to 86. Let's do the math she didn't do. From 62 to 67, she collects $1,498 for 60 months. That's $89,880 total. From 67 to 85, she's getting $642 less every single month. That's $138,672 in reduced benefits. Net loss, $48,792, and that's only if she lives to 85. If she makes it to 90, that loss becomes $87,192. If she hits 95, it's $125,592. Linda left between $50,000 and $125,000 on the table because she filed 3 weeks after walking into my office, convinced she was beating the system. Here's what's actually happening behind the scenes. Your full retirement age benefit is called your primary insurance amount. That's what you get at 67 if you were born in 1960 or later. For every month you claim before that, your benefit is permanently reduced. Claim at exactly 62, that's 60 months early. The reduction is exactly 30%. And here's what most people miss. If you wait past 67, your benefit grows by 8% per year until 70. That's not 8% total. That's 8% every single year. If your full benefit is $2,000 and you wait until 70, you're getting $2,480 a month. That's $480 more every single month for the rest of your life. The difference between claiming at 62 versus 70 for someone with a $2,000 benefit, $1,400 versus $2,480. That's a $1,080 monthly gap. $12,960 per year. Over a 20-year retirement, that's $259,200. That's the real number. Now let me show you 3 situations, because this is not one size fits all. Mark is 62, $72,000 in credit card debt, no savings, just lost his job. His reduced benefit keeps him housed and fed. For Mark, claiming at 62 is probably the right move. The lifetime loss doesn't matter if he loses his apartment today. Janet is 64. Still working, $380,000 in her 401k, married to Tom, who has a $2,680 full retirement benefit. She wants to claim now because it's free money. Here's the trap. When one spouse dies, the survivor gets the higher of the 2 benefits. If Tom waits until 70 and gets $3,323 a month, and Janet claimed early and only gets $1,680 when Tom dies, Janet steps up to $3,323. Good. But if Tom dies first, Janet is stuck with her reduced benefit of $1,680 for the rest of her life, instead of the $2,430 she would have gotten if she waited. For married couples, the higher earner should almost always wait as long as possible. It locks in the highest possible survivor benefit. Janet Clayman early cost them an estimated $94,000. Robert is 66, serious health issues, family history of heart disease, realistic life expectancy of maybe 10 more years. If he claims at 67, he gets $2,290 for roughly 9 years, $247,320 total. If he waits until 70 and gets $2,839, but only lives 6 more years, that's $204,408. For Robert, waiting costs him money. He should claim now. It's your numbers, your health, your situation. Here's what to actually do. Go to ssa.gov and create your My Social Security account. Look at your full retirement age benefit. That's your baseline. Calculate your break-even age. Add up everything you'd collect from claiming early between 62 and your full retirement age. Divide that by the monthly reduction you're taking. For most people, the break-even falls between 78 and 80. If you're going to live past 80, waiting is almost always the smarter financial decision. If you're married, the higher earner should strongly consider waiting until 70. If you're still working and earning more than $22,320 a year before your full retirement age, Social Security withholds $1 in benefits for every $2 you earn above that limit. If you're still working full-time, waiting almost always makes more sense. Now, the bonus move. 95% of people have never heard this. If you've already claimed early and you're within 12 months of your claim date, you can withdraw your application, pay back every dollar you received with 0 interest, and refile later at a higher benefit. It's called a withdrawal of application. The form is SSA 521. Say you claimed at 62, you've been getting checks for 8 months, you've received about $12,000 total, and you realize you made a mistake. You file that form, write Social Security a check for $12,000, and it's like you never claimed. Your benefit starts growing again. You can only do this once in your lifetime, and it has to be within 12 months. After 12 months, if you've reached your full retirement age, you can suspend your benefits and start earning delayed retirement credits again. No money back required. Benefits stop until you restart them, and they grow by 8% per year until 70. It's covered under Section 202.Z of the Social Security Act. Almost nobody uses it. Social Security is one of the 3 biggest financial decisions you'll make in your life, right up there with buying a house and how you invest your saving. Most people spend more time picking a car. Don't leave 6 figures on the table because you're afraid of a political headline. Run your numbers. Make a decision based on facts, not fear. If this helped you, share it with someone who's within a few years of claiming. This can save someone you care about $50,000 to $100,000. Send it to your parents. Send it to your older sibling. Hit subscribe. I put out a new video every week breaking down the stuff the financial industry doesn't want regular people to know. I'll see you in the next one.